Last week, Spotify hosted their annual Stream On event, where they told us all of the features that they are going to drop over the course of 2021. And today, I want to talk about some of those features that they announced, and specifically the 3 that I am the most excited about. And I think you should be too. What's up, guys? It's Tom. Welcome back to the lab, and welcome back to my life. Last week, Spotify dropped a ton of information about what we can expect to see from the platform in 2021. Several different products they're rolling out, some updates to some existing ones, and several different things that are going to help us on our music marketing journey. Now, before we dig into this list, every Friday on YouTube, we go live for an hour at 1 p.m. Central Time. We talk about music marketing, branding, business, and anything else you guys want to jam on. You can ask me questions directly, or you can engage with the super cool people who are in the community around this channel. Everybody's cool, nice, helpful, and all working to grow their careers as independent artists. So if you have questions you want to ask, or if that just sounds like something you would want to be a part of, I hope you'll join us this Friday at 1 p.m. All right, Spotify Stream On. What did they talk about? What's coming? What can we look forward to? Well, first of all, they're adding 25 new languages to the platform, which I don't think I need to tell you is going to expand our reach dramatically when we try to get our music out into the world. It's going to give us access to tons of new listeners who we might otherwise never have gotten to connect with. Next, they talked about their discovery mode. Now, this is a thing they rolled out this past year in 2020 where you can sacrifice some revenue from your streams in return for getting an algorithmic push. Sounds like it's still kind of getting worked out, but they talked about it and they said that they're going to be pushing that out to more people, specifically labels, I think. But I do think it's something that we can expect to hear more about as the year goes on. Another thing they dropped is that Spotify Canvas, the little animated thing that plays your album artwork or whatever you want to upload, is now going to be available to everybody. I didn't know it wasn't available to everybody yet, but apparently not. So that's getting rolled out to all users, which is super cool. So everybody can have that option now to upload their own kind of custom artwork / video thing to play in the background of their track while it plays on the app. And then a couple other things they announced are this thing called Clips, which is basically a stories feature for Spotify. I'm kind of the mindset that not every single app in the world needs a stories feature, but it does sound kind of cool the way Spotify has decided to roll it out. Apparently it's going to be within playlists, not necessarily on your profile. So you can add a stories feature to a playlist that you've had. I'm sure this is going to roll out to like their big playlists, and they're going to have like A-list artists like talk about something in a stories feature on that playlist. But my guess is that ultimately it's going to roll out to everybody. So if you make like an artist playlist and put it on your profile, for example, you might be able to add like a little stories feature at the top to kind of tell people like what you're thinking about, what this playlist is about, why you made it, and what they can expect from you as an artist, which I think sounds pretty cool, honestly. And then lastly, before we get into the 3 that I'm super excited about, they're adding hi-fi audio to the platform, which is a huge step in the right direction for Spotify. They have long lost this war to Apple Music and Tidal, both of which offer a lot higher quality audio than Spotify does. So I'm really interested to see how this new hi-fi audio sounds in the app. I'm really hoping that it's competitive. And if it is, my guess is we're going to see a lot of market share further taken away from both Apple Music and Tidal, which is unfortunate for them, but as people who are mostly focusing on Spotify, is pretty much a big win for us. All right, so aside from all those points I've just kind of breezed over, there are 3 things that Spotify talked about at this year's Stream On event that I am super duper pumped about. Number 1, they're bringing Spotify to 80 new markets worldwide. And according to them, this is going to add over 1 billion new users to the platform. That's just mind-blowing. 1 billion more people that we as musicians and artists are going to have access to globally. It's also going to open up the platform not just to listeners in these new countries, but artists in these new countries as well. We're going to see a ton more people come online making music globally, just adding to the network effect, the power of Spotify as it exists right now. So this is a gigantic announcement. It's going to give us more opportunities for advertising, more places to target our ad spend, which is super exciting. I'm really interested to see how this plays out, how they roll out these countries. In fact, they've already added several countries to the list that are already available. So if you just Google Spotify territories and you look and see where Spotify is currently available, you'll be able to see that they've already added a ton of countries in Africa. So already more and more people are coming online. And according to Spotify's press release, they said that over 500 million of these people already have access to the internet, which means 500 million people of the billion people who are getting added are going to be coming online for the first time. And for those of us who've had the internet for like ever, this feels weird, right? That people still don't have access to the internet. But it's true, like all these people are not only going to be going to Spotify, they're going to be accessing all of this for the very first time. So this gigantic pool of potential listeners has just opened up to everybody. And that to me is super duper exciting. The second thing they announced that I'm really excited about is they're expanding their Marquee tool. The Marquee banner is the thing that like when you open up Spotify and the little pop-up pops up and it says, as pop-ups do, it pops up and it says like new music from so-and-so or new album from so-and-so. And it has like the album artwork and you can just click and go through. Well, that hasn't been available to everybody. In fact, I signed up for the beta for that like months ago and haven't heard anything back. So it's only available to a few artists. But what they've announced is that not only are they going to expand it to more labels and artists globally and more territories globally, they're also creating a self-service Marquee tool, kind of like their Spotify ad platform. So this is going to give us another avenue to market directly to our fans and hopefully provide us with more opportunity to get more streams in the first weekend and week of release and trip those algorithms like Release Radar and Discover Weekly. So I don't know what that process is going to look like. I don't know what that system, that platform is going to look like yet, but just the fact that it's coming and we're going to have access to advertise directly on Spotify, hopefully it'll be a better implementation than the actual Spotify ad platform is. But we'll see, when it rolls out, obviously we'll test it and we'll see how it goes. But for now, just the mention of it, the announcement of it, I'm excited about it. I think it sounds pretty cool. And then number 3, the last thing that I'm incredibly excited about that they didn't really announce, but kind of announced. It's a very small detail that they pretty much breezed over in one of their press announcements. And if you look at the press announcement where they announced like their top 8 things that they're excited about or whatever that are coming in 2021, in the very first paragraph of that announcement, there's a sentence that reads, "This is our chance to share a preview of the new features and programs we're building for the more than 1 million artists and their teams that are using Spotify for Artists every month." The reason this excites me so much is because they have just told us that 1 million is basically the number of people who are using Spotify for Artists every month. And while that sounds like a lot, globally, when you take into account that the listenership of Spotify is in the billions, and that we're going to be adding over 1 billion new listeners this year, the disparity between 1 million and 1 billion is far greater than I think anybody can comprehend without seeing it on paper. The fact that there are only 1 million artists and their teams using Spotify for Artists every month means that the amount of opportunity we have to access the billions of listeners is gigantic. Y'all, if you don't take anything else away from this video, hear me when I say this. We are still so early on Spotify, on music streaming, on global access to fans and them to us. If you are currently using Spotify for Artists, if you are watching this video because you're interested in marketing your music, you are in the top 0.001% of musicians with opportunity. You are already so far ahead of the game just because you are even thinking about these things. We are still so early in this, and we are at the forefront of this push. Music has not completely gone global as far as streaming is concerned yet. It is still in the process of going global. And if you are one of the 1 million artists, only 1 million globally, who is using Spotify for Artists every month to work on getting your music to other people, you are in the upper echelon of opportunity. So this small bullet point in the very first paragraph of their press release is the most exciting thing that they told us this year. And I am super pumped, super enthusiastic about the opportunity that 2021 is going to provide to market and share my music with people around the world. Now, if there's anything else that was announced this year that I missed that you would love to hear me talk about, I hope that you'll let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. If anything else like this excites you that you would love to see me cover on the channel, let me know in the comments and I'll be glad to do another video on it. Now, before I let you go, if you don't subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video if you dig it, and share it with your friends if you're really feeling it. And make sure you turn on notifications so that you don't miss any videos in the future. Now, at the end here, I got a couple videos you can check out. And as always, thanks for being here. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.